Hello everybody and welcome back. I am KRX, so we are continuing on with this foundation playthrough. While it's in early access, looking at it, current state of the game, late 2021 here. And we're finally getting the sheep up and going. We're getting the whole clothing production up and going. In fact, actually just with the cloth that we should be generating now, we should actually be able to finish building the stonemason areas and build some of the other things. We should be able to actually go to here. We can put clothing there. We can add another worker. We can edit this to actually build additional bits on top of the stalls, which will give us more labor splendor, which is kind of neat. We can build banners on our Lord's Manor and on our fort, which will give us some extra benefits and such. It'll give us more options and things. We have the money to build the cheesemaker, so we might as well build that. That'll be a secondary food source. It'll be interesting to see if that really helps with the economy. I'm really hoping that our bailiff comes back soon. Oh, they did. When did that happen? Hey, well, either way, we have 5 labor influence to get. Oh, that's enough for everything we need here. The hedge is actually really, really cool. And the fisher's hut. The fisher's hut is the thing we want. That actually, but the hedges are really neat. There's is it decorative? No, it's in the walls section. So we could build. Actually, we don't even have the wooden walls unlocked, but we can build hedges, and these things are so cool for beautifying an area. There's a way to pop it so that it rounds it out. You can like make hedge mazes. We can go in here with the decorative bits and put some nice little like, whoops. Do I have to hold shift? Yeah, if you hold shift then it won't cancel that on you. It won't like, you get to place more than one at a time. There we go. There we go. You know, it's just the hedges. I mean, you can make little yards for the houses. This is something that Will Doer, a friend of mine on Twitch, would make the most beautiful like yards and things for each of the houses, and it always looked pretty amazing. I don't know if you can really take 2 and make it pop with just 2. They're just little things like that, you know what I mean? And then you give them some plants back there, and this actually increases desirability. In fact, it's kind of silly how much desirability this actually does to there you go. And now you have these people have a nice little private garden area. How cool is that? So the walls of the fences can really add a nice layer of aesthetic, good vibes. In fact, I mean, you can kind of tell that it's kind of hard to make something in this game that doesn't look cool, right? Like just the style, the art style of this game is just so charming. It really reminds me of kind of the Settlers and kind of whimsical and cartoony, and I actually really like that. I think this game looks better than most of the village builders and stuff that I've seen. I kind of wish, even with this whimsical vibe, I kind of wish it visually. I still wish it kind of had the some of the survival aspects of Banished, or like the population maintenance in terms of, you know, having families and them giving birth to the next generation and stuff. Kind of wish that was part of the game too, but You can make some really, really beautiful towns and monuments and villages in this game, and that really is kind of where this game shines, and it can be quite nice to look at when it's all said and done, or as you're building even. We're going to build one of these, and then they should go fishing out to here. That's what should happen. Even though it's outside of the area that we have permission to build in, I believe the fishers will just go to where the fish is. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Cancel this. I was like, wait a second. I don't even want to put it there. No, we wanted to put him on the other side of the river. Maybe we can get away with 2 of them. I don't know if that'll look good or not, but let's just get them down. So that actually means we could use another market stand to sell not only the cheese, but the fish as well. So currently this is set up for fish, but we'll need one for cheese. Although it is taking its sweet time to get these built. What's the dealio here? Waiting for builder. Okay, it might be time to get another building as well. If you want more builders, then you just have to build more builders' workshops. We have too many planks and not enough of just regular wood, so I'm going to actually reduce plank production. Because, oh, what is this? Oh, sculpture workshop, okay. Oh, that's for the, I'm looking at the builder's work, that's for the builder's workshop. Yeah, I was like, why would you build sculpture at the sawmill? But I wasn't looking at the sawmill tab. That's why that was really confusing me. Let's get more people working, making polished stone, as we have tons of stone. And polished stone in excess can be sold, but we can't sell regular stone. It's just no one wants to buy it. Now these buildings actually auto-complete the builders' huts, because you can imagine if you got stuck somehow and you had no builders, how would you build it, right? So building huts auto-complete, they just auto-build. Kind of makes sense, so that you can then get, builders. This is really taking its time out here. This literally has all of the stuff that it actually even needs. I don't know why that's not being built. We could try... Oh, so it was literally just decided right before we prioritized it. Let's get the fish going too. They can't eat milk, can they? No, it needs to be processed to cheese. The milk itself is not useful by itself. That's a ways to deliver the fish, but the fish might be able to go directly to the market. I'm not sure. We're going to want another market stall. I'm just trying to kind of think, where would the next housing block be? Big housing block here. I mean, the next housing block could be like over here. Well, that's pretty close to the market too. And it makes sense that we'd eventually want to market out here. Yeah, we could do like just like a small market or something. And a berry patch there. Nothing fancy. But we have the cloth. We could add the roofing there. We have 18 cloth. We had no one worked as a tailor, so let's start making those clothes. So we actually have clothes now. Once this is done, we can readjust sort of how the warehouse is working, because I think right now our two warehouses are not. Yeah, we're gonna want to. It's just the wool. We're gonna want to have the wool stored over here. The cloth could be stored here, because then it just gets put in there, and then the clothes come back. Yeah, this wool will need to shift it over to here. And I think milk is stored. Yeah, milk is stored in a granary, even though it can't be eaten just as milk. But if we do make a farm out here, like a wheat farm, then that wheat can be stored. Wait, is wheat stored at a granary? Yeah, wheat and flour are also stored at a granary. Okay, which makes sense. A granary for store. Yeah, grains, granary. But I guess I just figured that. I don't know. Maybe this won't be used much, this warehouse, but we'll build it anyways. Actually, I apologize, guys. We should have had the game speed a bit higher. I guess I lowered it down for the beginning of the episode to kind of get back to where we were and get going a bit. Let's spawn some cows. And they'll just kind of wander around. Get nice and big. Right now they look kind of goofy because they're like adult cows, but they're like looking like babies. They should get bigger than those sheep here in a second or two. Waiting on builders, even though we have 6 builders. We have plenty. Well, actually, it's just regular wood. Limitations in regular wood. Oh, you know what? We should probably bump out the extraction site here. Yeah. We should be chopping all of this. Oh yeah. Yep. And also simultaneously setting it to reforest. Except we don't want to reforest it here. We just want that to be a pathway. Okay, something like that. It actually, you know, honestly, if we go, I don't like the fact that our main path is literally going in between this like berry patch. And here's the thing, we could technically, oh, automatic fountain masterpiece. So we've unlocked a new monument thing that we can build, the masterpiece monuments. Build one of those. You can actually use forbidden land to force people to go around. So we can actually block off this path here and try to get them to have to navigate around this area. It's just that we've actually just built this in a way that it is just the throughway. So forbidden land is a really cool way. The reason why you would use forbidden land is to force people to take an alternate path. So like for example with this church here, we could do this. And this would literally force the people going to church to walk down here along the coast to church, so that this path would fade away over time and they would go this way instead and do that. And you know, we could use a hedge or something to do that too. I don't know why we would do that exactly in this context, but we just try to take a wider berth around the stone. Basically, this comes in handy immensely. This comes in handy a lot. But we're just going to have to wait until there's a situation. I just want to point it out that it is a feature to guide, to get people not going the places you want. Especially if you're on slopes, this is actually really flat. But on slopes, sometimes you'll find that people will take really weird routes, like on slopes. And using that to direct their pathing is good sometimes. Hey, the fisherman's hut is built. It's the fisher's hut. Assign some people to be fishing there. And I believe without any issue, yep, they should just get on the little boats and head out to here. That actually looks like a big patch of fish. But it's like the only patch of fish. Oh, no, there's some way over here. More over here. This is a really, really cool rivery map, but how much fish did we get? Oh, 5 fishy on that trip. 5 fish, okay. And then you're going back out for a second trip. Nice, nice, nice. We need people working at the cheesemaker. Now, I don't know if it's like we have 1 person working in the dairy farm, 2 people working in this cheesemaker. I'm not sure what the ratio is here exactly. Oh, it's 5 milk for 2 cheese? Let's see if we can get away with 1 cheesemaker and see if we get a surplus of milk. See if the milk goes up or down with just 1. If we can, if this building would support 2 cheesemakers per 1 dairy farm, then we would expect our milk stockpile to like accumulate faster than we can make it into cheese, right? So we'll just see how that evens out over time. Same with like we can kind of do the same for the wool, right? If wool's at 11, that seems to be, and cloth is at 4. Clothing is at 80. So we need more people to be able to. Oh, I literally just missed the promotion window like a doofus. That's okay. Oh, we can actually go and actually look and see what kind of minerals are nearby. Send the bailiff out to explore minerals. Because I don't think we need influence with any of these exactly. Well, more influence with the kingdom would let us get the wooden wall and the large stone wall, which we don't need right now. They're just cosmetic. There's no combat in this game. Yeah, 20 commoners. It's quite a big step, 20 commoners. And 20 commoners. Actually, what else will this person buy? They won't buy cheese or fish or anything like that. They'll sell us fish, actually. Oh, we could use 20 clothing to actually unlock this trade route. So they want to buy tools, weapons, bread. And they want to sell iron and coal. Okay, well, honestly, that coal could be worth buying at 2 gold per. Seems pretty cheap. You can buy fish from them. And we need 20 bread to unlock the final one, the Davenport. And they want to buy clothing. So with the excess clothing that we have, we could actually sell it to them and make a lot of money. That's 800 gold worth of clothing right there in our stockpile, as is. We're making big money, which is good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to expand the size of our treasury. We're finally going to get around to doing this. Increase it to 830. Almost 1,000. We've almost doubled it now. Now that does increase the maintenance cost of the structure. I believe it says 6. And it says 4. So I think that should be plus 6, I believe. However, it doesn't seem to be actually representing that. It's still saying the maintenance for this building is 19. So something's not quite working properly there. Either it's it shouldn't say 6 there. See that little symbol, maintenance? The maintenance symbol is 6, treasury. And then how the bailiff office is 0. To me, that makes it seem like the bailiff office is no additional cost on top of just the cost of the attachment, the building segment itself. But the treasury increases the maintenance cost by 6. And yet we can clearly see that has not actually happened, as the maintenance cost for the whole thing is 19, which is really low. I've built Lord's Manors that require hundreds of gold in maintenance. You know, there might have been a little bit of a hot fix or something that might have toned some of these down. I mean, these numbers can sometimes get outrageously large. Like, why is the rustic church 58, but the Lord's Manor is 19? And the Lord's Manor actually is doing, like, has additional augmentations on it. I'm not sure why that's the case, but either way. We have a lot of people that are moving to town. A lot of people moving to town. So if we could promote more of these people to at least serfs, these newcomers, we probably have tons of newcomers, I bet. 26 newcomers. These are people not buying... Wait, are they buying food? They're buying food at least. Yeah, they're buying food. So we're making money off the newcomers, and we're not having to give them housing. We're not having to give them church services, which is kind of silly if you think about it. But all right, where do we build our next tile? Well, we could get a big chunk out here. We could do a wheat field out here in the middle. That might look okay. Might be a little goofy, but it might look okay. It's definitely a lot of housing on the water. A wheat field and some housing. Maybe a marketplace out here too. I could see it. I could see it. It'd cover up the only patch of green out there, but you know what? What the heck? Let's do that. Let's do that. In the next episode, we'll actually get the wheat fields up and going. Guys, thanks everybody. And actually, we need to build this. We need to complete this wooden keep. Guys, thanks everybody for watching this episode. Really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please please post them in the comments, and I'll make sure that I check those out. There's a playlist link in the description. That'll make sure that you're seeing the episodes in order. So thanks everybody for being here. I will see you guys in the next episode.